Welcome everyone, I'm Svnday and I'll be the host for this video. And in this video I'll be covering the recap for last week, whereby we had lots of amazing opportunities and trade, and I'd love to cover the recap of what actually happened during the course of the week. So I don't want this to be too lengthy. I won't be covering lots of entries. I'll just be using the weekly outlook from the last upper week, and also the outlooks I kept on dropping alongside when we're moving through the week and with trades. I didn't actually drop much trades on the community channel, just one or two setup that actually went well perfectly, but most of my trades were called on my private channel. If you want to know more about that, you could actually use the link in the description to check that out. So I would want to keep this brief and quite fast, so I wouldn't be covering a lot of stuff, but I'll just discuss a lot of things that we've covered already in the weekly outlook. So during the course of our weekly outlook for the other week, for this week that was closed, this is actually what I was expecting price to do. As you can see on the screen already, this was the weekly outlook, and you can see the first trade as a result of that weekly outlook was a trade that I actually even spoke about on the weekly outlook video. So if you didn't check the weekly outlook video, this is actually a good time for you to also take your time to actually check that out too. So this was actually what I was expecting, and the first trade, I gave a glimpse of the first trade, which was this, and it actually ran well and it smashed TP at about 1022 pips. Beautiful trade, very beautiful trade. It's a delivery, and it actually delivered flawlessly from Asian session with market open on Monday down to the close of the day. So it was actually a beautiful ride, but let's say you did not miss, you did not actually catch this opportunity now early Asian session. Down towards early New York, we had another entry here. Why did I buy up here rather than waiting for price to fall back? Most times when price is actually bullish, like it is, like it was like early last week, most times you wouldn't see price actually giving any major or solid form of retracement, with especially when the week is just starting. It will keep on buying into with one direction. That's actually that was what was going on, because if you look at closely what was going on here, you see that a lot of sellers were trying to like gain some kind of sell retracement or some kind of sales, possibly pushing price back down towards these levels for more better entries to push up higher. But then you could notice that with every attempt, price was actually breaking more highs. So tapping into this break of these more highs, price will most likely hold up more than enough profit for you to actually take partials and actually enjoy the ride. So this was picked early London, and let's assume that you actually missed this again early London. Down towards New York session, you could see another breakout here. I actually called this trade on my VIP channel, but I entered somewhere here. So this, we already took partials already with this retracement that came back. We just got out at B, but the retracement that came out that brought us back down is another entry to push up higher, because when you go up to something like the 15-minute time frame, you could see that the entry was not mitigated with the breakout of this level. So you could easily take this and put your stop here and easily target somewhere around, let's say, 4130, and take out our target from weekly outlook too. So this was actually how it ran down Monday. But then coming down Tuesday, I actually called this trade on my VIP channel, in the private channel. I called this trade out immediately with market open. When we come back down to 5 minutes, I'll come back down to 5 minutes. Let me zoom in closely to this. Yeah, this is it right here. So why I call this trade is because if you look at sorry about that. So if you look at this market here, it's the same thing about what I was saying earlier on. Most sellers now, they were looking for a way to keep on selling, and from lower time frame you could see this break of structure and sellers trying to load up their orders here, and that was why price pushed down towards this guy. But when we got this full body close above this level, I knew that no way, like, it's going to hold off, like the retracement is just going to come like that. So we took this buys, even though it was a bit risky, but our partials was somewhere around here. Yeah, we took partials somewhere around here, and the target was here, but price didn't smash the target because early towards the London session it got back to BE. Why did it get back to BE? When we go up to 1 hour time frame, we tend to observe that In fact, when you even go up to 15 minutes, most likely due to the fact that price is not tapped here, most likely this will be the zone that price will come back to. But going up to 1 hour now, you notice that, let's just go up, let me show you guys that. Going up to 1 hour now, you notice that we have this FVG, and at the same time still we have this level here, which could be our BB or our CISD. And can you see how price came back into it? Can you see how price came back into that FVG? And you could easily take your buys from the midpoint of that FVG. The fact already we knew the trend, and the fact that these guys were trying to use this level as a way to push down lower, but then we saw failure and we saw the full body break out of it. So most likely price will come back to this guy right here. And can you see how it held up beautifully? But down towards early Isha session Wednesday, price still sank back down into that 1 hour FVG. And late Tuesday now, we had the outlook. I dropped an outlook on the community channel, but actually it was dropped on the VIP, but I dropped on the community channel, indicating the possibilities that we could get with our move now. The possibilities that we get with our move towards the day, because we had an outlook already for Tuesday, whereby we spoke about the possibility of price was pushing up, whereby we got this, and then also this 1 hour FVG was also a point of concern. As you can see on the screen already, that was the outlook, and it still held up to with this guy. So down late Tuesday, still I dropped another outlook again on the VIP channel, but I still pushed it into the community channel, whereby I took note of this FVG here on the higher time frame, and about 50% of a week on 4 hours here, this guy here. So the expectation was that I was expecting price to push into 4200 before we see some kind of bearish move or momentum, but we needed some kind of entry that we could get, and we could see what happened here easily. Despite the fact that this trade was a very, very good trade, price still fell back down into entry and tapped into the 1 hour FVG early London session. After I did that, let's go down to 5 minutes. Let's go down to 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. So when we go down to 5 minutes, we could easily see this entry. I've spoken about this entry countless times on this channel, countless times. Can you see what happened here? This was like after price bought off here, most buyers were looking to continue buying with this level here due to the fact that it was not mitigated and it was where the other block and everything was sitting. But then price came, swept down low, went down, tried to like retrace to give like to sell off with it, as you can see here, that took out the Asia low. But then after we did that, price gave a full body close above that level again easily. This is your entry, it came our entry, and price bought up beautifully. This was even picked, let's say, as early as around 9 o'clock London time. Price tapped it, picked it, and even when you go up to 15 minutes, let's say you got this, you missed this, you did not get this as early as possible, you could notice what happened. Sorry about that. You could notice what happened right here with the entries that we got into this 15 minutes FVG right here, and price still held that up beautiful down to New York, and price bought up aggressively and chased 4200. I remember I was telling a client of mine was asking me that like there's this possibility that we could see 4200, and I agreed to that because like it was very, very obvious with the whole bullish momentum that price was having. So down towards late Wednesday now, that was when we got TP at 4200. I dropped another outlook on the channel, and the outlook was the fact that it was a two-way gameplay now from this point. But what I was expecting was that it's either we get a good retracement back into this level and use that as a as enough strength and volume to close above this FVG here, or price would actually chase and go towards this end of the FVG. And when we get to this point of the FVG, it's either we sell off or price continues buying, that's with a full body close above it. And can you see what happened? That early now, as you can see on the screen, this is what actually I dropped on the channel, on the VIP channel. I still forwarded it to the community channel too, but if you can look at what happened next, I actually took this trade personally. I didn't call this particular trade here, this particular guy here. I took this trade personally. If we come back down to 5 minutes now, you'll notice what happened here. You'll notice that with market open, price left this very nice gap here, and after it left it, price actually filled it up. After it filled it, price started buying to take out this high, but then it did not continue buying off. It still sold back down, and we had this break of structure here. Notice what happened after it took out this low here. It was trying to still use this level to push down lower, but then it went back, tap into the gap, that the open gap, the market open gap that it left, gave back a like sold off, and still came back to this level. When I saw this, actually, when we go down to one, let me show you guys where I picked this entry from. I'll come back down to 1 minute. Let's go down to 1 minute. Sorry, I'll come back down to 1 minute. When I saw this gameplay happening, and when price retraced back into this level, I took my buys from this point. Because of the fact that I knew that with this move that happened, if I was actually going to sell off, this sell-off now would have held down to keep on pushing down. But it was a bit risky from this point. But once I saw this full close above the gap, now I knew that price was actually going to close up with this trade. And you can see what happened. Price actually held with it down to. Price kept on holding this guy down to. It was down to what, New York. It is smashed TP during the New York session. Actually, smashed TP during the New York session. So it's actually a beautiful trade. And for those that actually missed out this trade, early London session, after we got the full body close above the gap now, and price gave this break of structure from this point, you could easily take your entries from this level here. Whereby we had this XAUUSD here. Easily take your entry there, and can you see beautiful run from that level down to New York. Actually, it was actually a very beautiful ride. I actually called my split late here. I think this was on Thursday. I called the buy trade late on the VIP channel. So after we got about 150 pips on this, because this guy entered somewhere higher, I think. So when we got about 150 pips, price actually came back. This move actually came back and tapped back our B. But we were so close to TP1. I actually totally forgot about this point here. I actually dropped the outlook, but I forgot about the level. So after price sold off here, we saw how the sell-off kept on continued down into into late New York session. After that happened, when we go up to 1 hour time frame, we notice that we have another AVG sitting on 1 hour time frame, and this whole rejection now, when we come back down to 5 minutes, we could easily see what happened here. Price still tapped into this guy, within the FVG level. So what we're just looking for was a solid break of structure or change of character, so actually give us a solid push back up, and you could see it here. Change of character, price coming back into this level, another change of character at this point here, your entry here, and can you see price even filling up this gap before pushing up higher? So you could easily target this high here as your TP, and you could see how price actually gave a very beautiful run, a very nice delivery back up. And notice what happened after this guy happened. Now I called this sell trade on the VIP channel too. After this guy happened, now what happened here was that if price is going to continue pushing up higher, you already know the fact that okay, this level now holds with the fact that we got to this point. If we had a full body close above this level now, it will be our beautiful breakout block that would actually was pushing up higher. But instead of that, now you could see what happened. Instead of price to hold this level, now we got a full body close below this guy. This trying to tell us that this wholesale level is still valid. This was where I called the entry, and immediately price tapped into it. Price ran aggressively, took out Thursday's low here, and sold off massively. I was having a nudge that okay, there could be price would actually sell off as much as this, but I stuck to the plan that I was already having to stick with this. In fact, we even closed somewhere around here with about 330 pips. This level I closed was actually on my personal account, because I thought I set CP, but I did not. So when I came on, I saw that actually price sold off aggressively. It was actually a very beautiful sell-off. So I know now you're wondering, what am I expecting for the new week? So what I'm expecting for the new week now is, if you look at what happened here after the whole sell-off, price gave a nice buy back up, and tapped into this resistance level and started selling off. What I'm also expecting is it's a two-way picture. It's either the fact that price tapped into this resistance level, and when you look at this level now, you could see that we had this breakout structure that could hold price to still attempt to break this resistance level. Price failed to do that. And still push down lower to break down this low that tested this buy level here, which is somewhere here. Price still closed below it now. So what I'm actually expecting is either price will hold off this level. That's holding off this guy here, holding this level. Maybe you can get stops and stop loss somewhere here, nothing too serious, and sell off towards 4k. In fact, we could easily let's play safe and target 4010 right here. Why am I doing this? I'm targeting that side because of the fact that when price broke out of this guy here, price did not give any retest, and this is actually a very strong level here. Could easily target this guy here. This will actually be a very beautiful run. So it's something that's either we keep on full body and keep on selling off, or if this fails now, what we'll tend to see, let's go down to 5 minutes. What we'll tend to see is we'll tend to notice that price would actually do something like this, break and close above this level, and probably even test this guy again, then full body close above the resistance level, and probably before we sell off, we might get to somewhere around here, and then price will then sell off. So this is basically what I'm expecting for the new week. So turn on your notification bells when I drop stuff like this. Join the community channel. You can also join the VIP channel too. You can get more information in the link in the description, and join us this week to make so much progress. The weekly value video too is out and live, so you could actually check that out to get the proper plan for what I'm expecting for the new week. And I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So thank you for watching.